Okay, everybody, quick update. Donna's head nurse just came, and we had a long conversation with her. And so the good news is that they're starting to release Donna's restrictions, so she can start having more of a normal life again. We're not out of the woods yet. I mean, they want to keep her. She's still technically a patient, but she kind of put it this way. She's like, I didn't see anything and I didn't hear anything. She goes, I know that you're not supposed to leave the house and go joyriding and doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing, but I personally agree that, you know what, if it's a nice day, go out and get some fresh air and sunshine. Go spend time with your friends. Go out to dinner. She's like, but I'm not supposed to tell you that. She's like, so just be careful. She's like, because the program doesn't really allow you to leave the house unnecessarily because you're in rehab. She's like, but I didn't see nothing. She's like, and I know, that the best medicine is to laugh and have fun and be in the sun and, get out of your slump of depression, Donna, and go visit your friends and go become independent again as long as you can handle it. So I think that will help Donna tremendously to feel better about things. And she can see her friends now, and she can't start driving yet without permission, but they're going to ask the doctor to let her be able to drive again. So we've been through this again. In 2020, she had the stroke, and we had to go through all this for about a month. And now we're in this rehab program again. But they're starting to realize that they're not as necessary, and that she's fine to get back her independence. So I think that'll make her a happier person all around, and maybe she won't be so depressed or feel like a prisoner. And, they won't be arguing and fighting in here anymore. And I think that a lot of her concerns are now relieved. I wanted the nurse to tell her herself that, okay, we're concerned about this, this, and this. Let her hear it from you, not just from me. And so now I think Donna feels a little bit better about things. She doesn't have to worry about crazy things like being put away in a home, or that anybody's taking anything from her, or, that she's permanently losing her independence, or none of that stuff is true. So they told her themselves, so that's good. Her friends have been finally starting to call her on my phone, because we haven't got her phone set up yet, but they're going to start coming and visiting her maybe this week or weekends. Some have already stopped by, and start taking her out to dinner and lunch or whatever, so she can hang out with her girlfriends, around her age, and get back with her program, It has been 2 years where a lot of these elderly people have not been able to, live their normal lives. They've been worried about COVID and restrictions, and so now they want to start seeing her again, She hasn't really seen them much in 2 years, not often, because of the COVID and the churches being shut down and all that. So they're coming around now, and so she'll be up and running, hopefully, and pretty soon. She's already fine. I mean, she's zipping around here now. I think what's going on a lot of times is that, she's just worried about a lot of stuff and stressed out, and maybe a little depressed, and, worried about things that she didn't have to worry. So I think she's gonna be a lot more, right, Donnie? You're a lot more feeling better about stuff now?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, now she feels better, that she's heard it from the horse's mouth, from the doctors, that she doesn't need to worry about stuff, and that she can go out and do stuff now, and she's not on lockdown or losing her independence in any way.
Yes, but you have to be careful who you're doing it with.
You do have to be careful, but just don't, as long as you don't get in a car accident, as long as you don't fall and get hurt or do something, you're fine. I mean, if you think you can't drive or you're not feeling well, don't do it, because you're gonna, right, and that's why you haven't been driving much in a couple of years. But don't overdo it. In other words, they're loosening the leash, but you're not off the leash yet.
Yeah.
But it's a start.
I wonder how much.
I don't know. Oh, God, I hope you're not paying for all this. But anyway, yeah, because you have a whole staff working on you around the clock. That's why I keep trying to tell them. I'm like, how long is this going to last for? So anyway, obviously Donna's not happy because, before December happened, she would go to church every morning on her own before I even got up. And she would go to the store, she did her thing, right? Then she got sick with COVID, and she was in and out of hospital for months, and she has not been able to ever. Now our mornings, every morning, starting between 8 and 9, going till 2, people are coming. Nurses, and physical therapist, occupational therapist, and home health aides to shower her, and not like she can't shower herself, but they insist. Stuff like that. There's always people every day, Monday through Friday, on this program, as if she was in the hospital. It's an outpatient treatment thing, so they still come every day. Check vitals, check this, check that, make sure she's okay. She's under analysis. They're watching her carefully, and she's bounced back a lot. And so they don't see the need anymore to worry about mental issues. They don't see the need to worry about her falling as much anymore. Like she's making a lot of recovery, but like I said, they're going to stretch this darn thing out as long as they can. But hopefully within another week or so, they'll say, okay, we don't need to see you anymore, and she's on her own. And let's just hope that she stays out of the hospital now. Other than that, like I said, there's been a lot of stress, and they even, I've been talking to them too, and like, you are a good caregiver, but you're also getting stressed, and we want you also to start loosening up your grip on her and backing away too, and trying to let her be a little more independent and be a little more patient with her as well. And I'm like, yes, I know that, but you have to understand, I'm very worried, like, if anything happens to her, and I don't want it on my watch, and they're like, okay, but we're giving you permission now. You did a good job. You kept everything regimented the way we told you, and now start backing off and letting her have a little bit more independence and trust to do things on her own. But that doesn't give her permission to start getting into bad habits again. We're just trusting that she's going to keep with the new program. That's all. She's rolling her eyes. But anyway, so that's where we're at. So like I said, I'm hoping that the tensions around here will cease a little bit. I know that once she's out and feels more independent, she might not be, we won't be at each other's throat, because she won't feel like she's stuck with me 24/7 and annoying her. But the biggest thing that we all discussed, her and me and the nurse, we got it all out on the table. I'm a little overbearing and overprotective, and she doesn't like that. And so she is a rebel. She does things her own way. But she admitted it to the doctor. She's like, it's not him. I just don't like being, and whatever. And they said, we understand that. So we got to find a happy medium here. Steve, relax a little bit with her now. But Donna, be careful. Don't be overdoing it. So that's it. So I think I'm hoping, but we still need your prayers, please. And like I said, tomorrow's my birthday, and if you watch my videos, you know that I asked specifically, for very important reasons, for you guys to say masses for me this week for my birthday. Lift me up in mass, have masses said for me, offer up your holy communions for me. If you could all do a rosary for me, and a chaplet of divine mercy specifically for me. Don't include me in a rosary that you're praying for 10 other people. It's got to be specific for each person. I know it's a lot to ask of you guys, but I'm not asking you for cards and money and anything else that I need. I'm asking you for prayer, and I'm asking you to maybe go to church at least one extra day this week that was unscheduled, and attend an extra mass. Just for me. You're going to get the benefits of being there, but tell the Lord when you go there, it's Steve's birthday, and so I'm coming on behalf of him because he asked me to. The Lord would appreciate that. That you showed up, and that you're also helping me to participate in the Mass because you're doing it for me, for that intention. So I get the graces from it also because you're there. And you're going to tell the Lord, Steve sent me in his stead, for his birthday. The Lord wants people to come to church as often as possible. He wants your company. He wants to bless you. I can't always be there. So I just thought that, okay, since my birthday is not falling on a weekend where I can have a mass and invite 20, 30 people to meet me at church for my birthday this year, which I like to do when it's on the weekends, I'll have people, I'll say, hey, for my birthday, I want all 30 of you guys to come to church at the 11 o'clock Mass and sit with me in those pews. That would be the best gift ever. And then I tell the Lord, for my birthday, I'm giving you the gift. I'm not asking for anything. I'm giving you a gift on my birthday. And my gift is that I brought all these people to Mass for you. And, that's awesome to be able to do that. And the Lord appreciates that. And I'm sure I'll get the merits also for arranging something like that. And He helps me ultimately. So I can't do that now when it's falling in the middle of the week because masses are like 9 a.m. or 7 a.m. or whatever during the week, right? I can't get to them, but some of you can. So I'm trying to just ask as many of you as possible, can you please go to church tomorrow for me during a morning mass or whatever time during the day or today or at some point this week in addition to your Sunday obligation? And if not, then can you at least offer up your Sunday service for me? Your Sunday mass for me. I would be grateful. That's what I want for my 42nd birthday. Okay, I want God to be benefiting and glorified through my birthday, through my gift. It's the only way I can give Him anything, And I know it's my birthday. I'm supposed to, but that would help me tremendously in the spiritual realm. And for my eternity, because I need prayer, I need masses. A mass said for the living is very powerful. It's more powerful than it would be said if I was already dead. Once I'm dead, the mass helps. But if I'm in purgatory, if I'm in hell, it doesn't help me at all. But if I'm in purgatory, it helps me get out faster. And if I'm in heaven, that blesses me, and I can use that grace for someone else on earth who might need it. So it's never a waste of time to pray or offer up masses for people, whether they're living or dead. Because if the person's even in hell, Jesus won't waste that intention. He will take that grace and give it to someone else who needs it. So always pray, always offer up masses. Anyway, give people the benefit of the doubt, no matter what. People say, oh, well, the person's dead and already judged, so no point in praying. They're either in heaven, they don't need my prayers, or they're in hell. No, it doesn't work that way. God still wants you to do your Christian obligation, okay? And that is to pray for one another. So I'm asking you now, because even Padre Pio and some of the other great saints, I think it was Ligori or whatever, or Augustine, they said masses for the dead are important, but they're so much more powerful if the person's still alive. So if I can get 5 or 10 or 100 of you to pray a rosary for me this week, wow, I'm going to be benefiting very well spiritually. If you all also do, or at least do, a chaplet of divine mercy for me, asking God for purity of heart for Stephen and salvation, that would really help my soul. And if you can do that and offer up your Mass and Holy Communion for me, or have a Mass said specifically for me, there's nothing more powerful than the Catholic Mass for anyone. So I know I'm asking a lot here, but I'm really not, because it costs you nothing. And you're also going to benefit from it, because when you show up at church and you show God an act of charity and mercy and love like that for another brother, He's going to bless you. That's counted on Judgment Day. That's counted for you also to help you, because you loved much. And it also benefits me. So we need to do more of this for each other. We're supposed to be doing that for priests and religious already, and nuns and stuff. So we really need to do it as lay people for one another. So I'm asking you for my birthday. Can you please do that? Because this is a twofold gift. It's not only a gift for me eternally. It's a gift for you. Because by you showing up and doing this for me, or praying for me, a rosary, a chaplet of divine mercy, offering up Holy Communion, offering up Mass for me, having a Mass said for me, you also are benefiting by showing up. Nobody goes to church and doesn't benefit. So think about it. If God knows that the only reason you went to church today or tomorrow was because I asked you to, you wouldn't have normally gone. Maybe you would have gone on Sunday only, but you made an extra stop this week. You're going to get blessed all the more, because that's 2 masses this week instead of 1. So you can't lose. This is a gift that you're giving yourself and me. And it doesn't cost you anything, and it can gain you eternity. So again, for my birthday, please do this for me. You know how much I need it. God bless you all. I'm on my way to work. Bye.